Hey there, how are you? I hope that you're doing great. It is now almost the last week of October. Today is the 23rd. Tomorrow's Friday, baby. Friday, October 24th. That's right. Just a week until Halloween. You guys, is it just me or have the days been feeling like they slow down, then they speed up, or vice versa? They speed up and then all of a sudden it's slow. The whole month of October practically has been feeling the very same way. What do we make of this? My energy levels have been like down. For the last 7 days or so, I've been carrying around this crud, this like sickness. Not like too much on the coughing front, but definitely some coughing, mucus coming up. I've resorted to using Zicam. I was looking for it. Here it is, as suggested by my awesome brother. What's up, bro? And then drinking tons of bottles of water, and for whatever reason, it's still not really going completely away. Another symptom that I've been having, which I think is just related to the sickness, but also related to ascension, has been like a brain fever. That's the best way for me to say this. Is like, I'm not hot in here, but in here, shit's cooking. Scrambled eggs in here. Um, I'm going through some pruning. I'm going through some changes. I am being tested with trials from the past. Um, how about you? You know, it's funny because it makes me think of how thousands of years ago, ancient times, people would be building one pyramid in Egypt while there's another pyramid being built in Mexico, and there's another pyramid in the ocean somewhere. Anyways, we're all connected. We're all going through the same thing at the same time. There might be wavelengths. There might be like top level, the cream, and then you go a little bit lower and you're getting like, the liquid, and then you get like the deep black coffee feelers. There, are you a black coffee feeler? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. But, anyways, I've definitely been having a lot of psychic interactions, a lot of prophetic dreams, dreams where it just feels like the Sandman just dumped all of the glitter on me. But isn't the Sandman another name for the devil? Anyways, bubble thought. So I just want to know what's been going on with you. Are you feeling like the veil is so incredibly thin that you could just like slice it with your finger? Like a big puffy cloud that you're just like, um, I have. I'm going to give you guys some examples of that. But first, let me get oriented. Just a minute. Piece of lint. I got better lighting. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty, you guys. So, as I said, today is October 23rd. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. October 24th. In the last week, I've been ill, as I mentioned, but not in a spiritual way. I told everybody that this sickness, I believe, is actually an upgrade. So on October 19th, I took a job working at a stadium doing a concession stand thing so I could just make a quick buck. On my way back home, I had stopped to get gas, and there was this guy, older white guy, who's like, he's mouthing something. I'm like, oh my God. All right, maybe he's hitting on me. I'm just going to go ahead and just take note of that before I get out of the car. Noted. I get out, and the guy's actually saying, hey, I've got $5 of gas left over and I want to be able to give it to you. Just pull the pump around and I'll put it in for you. And I was like, oh my God, how sweet. What a blessing. Absolutely. Sure thing. Let's see. Let's work this out. So we're putting the pump, and it's not actually like getting the gas. So the two of us go into the gas station, and then the guy says, well, the money actually, sir, went refunded to your card, my friend. The money went back on your card, my friend. And the guy was like, oh, man. Well, I told this girl I'm going to give her some gas. So you know what? Let's put $10 on pump two. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, you are a saint. I really appreciate your help. Thank you so much. And he's like, you know what the heck? Let's just make it 20. And I was absolutely stunned. This guy, I know you're out there. He was really, really cool. He was a musician. We talked music for a long time. It ended on Iggy Pop, Gardenia, which I'd mentioned is one of my favorite songs at this moment. I'm going to shuffle cards too while we talk about the miracles I've had this week. So, actually, that was on the 18th, I believe, or 17th. 18th of October. On the 19th of October, miracle story number 2. I was at Safeway. I was getting some groceries with my kids, and I've been low on money, as I'm sure a lot of Americans and people across the world have been. But I believe that's because there is a major change in finances going on in the energies of the whole entire world. All right, I said that. Now, I was paying for my limited selection that I picked ever so carefully when I looked down at the ground, and there towards the walkway, there is a $100 bill on the ground. And there's a security guy who's standing just like 2 feet away. He's just kind of looking around and stuff, and I point down at it, and he's like, that means it's all for me. I went, I picked it up very coolly, put it in my pocket. I finished paying for my groceries, and I got out. I'm still like shook up about that. Thank you so much to my glorious team of angels. Thank you, God. Thank you. The very next day, was it the very next day? I believe so. Or was the day after. We spent my mom's birthday together. That was October 20th. Then the very next day, my kids and I were heading out, and I was stopped at 7-Eleven to get coffee. Now, it wasn't the 7-Eleven that I planned. It was a different 7-Eleven. I walk in. There's a $5 bill on the ground. I know what some of you are probably thinking. Girl, play the lottery. Go do it. And you know, I'm just so grateful because God is always there. Oh, I remember what happened on the 20th. Okay, God is always there. God is always there. It's shocking and frightening sometimes when God gets up close and personal in your life and lets you know, I hear you. I see you. I know you. But more importantly, I love you. On the night of my mom's birthday, after the party and the get-together, which was fabulous and fun, I came home. I was taking out the trash with my son, and I told my son, I said, son, did you know that there's been many times in my life where I've communicated with the stars and they've communicated back? It's so weird. It happens so much. I don't think it's a coincidence. It's too weird, right? Just real quick. And he said, that's cool, Mom. And so we put the trash in the trash bin. Then the night was so clear. I said, let's stop and take a look at the stars. And so we're sitting on the curb. We're taking a look at the stars. And he's like, Mom, do you want to try it again? I was like, yeah, okay. And I said, will we have success in life? This bright orange, huge shooting star with a long tail comes shooting in from the left side of the sky. Just I hope you like my sound effects. Burning up the night sky. It's just one of those things again. It's one of those things again where it's not a coincidence. It's not. The veil is thin. Yes, I know this. But it makes me feel as if, I don't know, like I'm being extra carefully watched over. Another thing I wanted to say, so the thing I wanted to say about all of those days of interaction is that I've been making sure to daily be calling out to my angels and asking for protection, to be envisioning a circle of protection in the north, the south, the east, the west, above, below, all the best, and asking my angels for a sign times 3. Each one of those days were threaded in such a way that it could have only been divine light and love, but I just don't have the time to tell you all of that. I want you all to know that this has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. It makes me think back to Harry Potter when Hagrid comes and he's like, "You ever make anything happen you can't explain?" Okay, that's not Hagrid, that's a leprechaun. But he's like, "You're a wizard, Harry." Let's just take in the magical vibes. Each one of us are creators, wizards, witches. We have the power. And I just think it's such a magical time right now to be in this energy, just so like at one with it, you know? If you've been having any magical experiences, paranormal, unexplainable, miraculous, out of the blue things happen to you, please share them with me. Let's all share, because the perspective from the news and from the ones with the big microphone that say what's happening on our planet is that this stuff is all gone. There's no magic, but it's just such a different frequency that it can be easily overpowered by the large and in charge. So, blessings to you all. Let's just kind of take a minute to tap into this delicious void. Okay, y'all saw that? This delicious void of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like this delicious void of possibility. You know, anything is possible as long as we can keep our frequencies clean and high. There's no telling where we'll go. So be not afraid and move forward. The cards that stop my deck today are Justice, Justice, and what is that? Page of Wands. Page of Wands. I don't know a whole lot about Page of Wands, so I'm going to go to the guidebook for this. Went to the guidebook here, and basically, you know, when I saw this Justice card, what it actually made me think about is Libra season. Kind of coming to the end of Libra season, lessons that we learned. We also have this Libra new moon that I think just happened a couple days ago. I'm good, but I'm not that good just yet, okay? So maybe this signifies things that are going to be coming your way in the upcoming Libra new moon. And also, justice can represent fairness, balance, karmic beginnings, karmic endings, things resolving from the past, you know, just settling things out. The book says, this specific book is Weiss Bell, and I really like it. But it says justice, karma, consequence, accountability, law, truth, honesty, integrity, cause, and effect. The Justice Tarot card appearing in a reading signals that a judgment will be made fairly and accordingly. The decisions that you have made in the past will be carefully weighed with fairness. If you have been wrong, the appearance of this card may bring you a sense of justice and relief. On the other hand, if your actions have caused pain to others, this card serves as a warning to take responsibility for your actions and make amends. Okay? More specifically, for those of you that are wondering about romance, this is your romantic efforts being rewarded, compromise, and treating your partner fairly. In career, integrity at work being rewarded, remaining accountable and fair. And for finances, balancing giving and taking. And so sitting with this justice card, it feels as if, honestly, it's kind of more of a time for old past things to be resolved and balanced, and for payment of all of those things that we've gone through in the past, or justice if you have been naughty. And it does make me think of this Libra new moon season, okay? Happening now. The other card is Page of Wands. And so I said I'd go to the book for this as well. Page of Wands. Just a minute. All right, everybody. So this Page of Wands card is really, really nice. Check out the guy in this card. All right. This card represents fresh new energy, exciting opportunities, cheerfulness, energetic, fearless, and extroverted. Could I be the Page of Wands? So this is the Page of Wands card. The Page of Wands represents sparks of creativity, inspiration, and energy. The asker may be experiencing the excitement of new ideas, big goals, and an eagerness to achieve their dreams. Just reading Not Alone along with the Justice card, it makes me feel like the past is ending, new beginnings are coming, but also the power of being able to self-actualize through the ideas that we have, through the big dreams and the big goals, the excitement of the opportunities that are coming our way. Upright love meaning is possibilities and adventures in love. Okay. Adventures in love, okay. Lively lover, fleeting romance. Upright career meaning, new position or project, taking risk at work, eagerness for challenge. Upright finances, small, and I'm saying upright because I'm reading it straight from the books, but that, if you're new to tarot, if the card comes out like this, it's upright. If it comes down like this, it's reversed, okay? So small financial gifts like that $100 I was telling you guys about, the $5 I was telling you guys about, temptations regarding spending. Soon you will receive good news or have new opportunities. The spirit of competition is in the air. Now is the best time to successfully start a new project. I feel like these cards need one more to go with them. But I want to show you guys, because you saw when I was shuffling that those two cut my deck. This is where they cut the deck. At the Empress and the Magician. So that just further confirms what I was saying about the ending, starting something new, having your own personal magic, tapping into the elements, being one with spirit, using your power to create, self-actualize, to dream a big dream, and to fearlessly and boldly make it happen. You know, this hood over the magician's head also makes me think about keeping your ideas to yourself as you're birthing them. Oh my God, which brings in this next card, the Empress. Birthing a new idea. It could be a real birth of a baby. You know, it could be somebody getting pregnant or giving birth to a baby. But if you're not in that realm, then it's more so bringing an idea to life the way that one must whenever we push out these babies, okay? So bringing an idea into reality. This also makes me feel like trusting the process. Trusting the process, finding your peace, your ease, your grace, going with the flow. All right, you guys. So this has been an exciting little 20 minutes that I've spent with you all. I'm praying for everybody to be able to take their sword and cut through the illusions that are coming our way now, and to really just focus more on the positive aspects, because we know that the dark and the light always balance each other out. And so if we're seeing dark up to here, that means the light's coming up to here, right? We have the tools that we need to move through this time and space We only need to just believe in ourselves, maybe change your habits just a little bit, like, not being on the phone so much, or taking time to do some writing, reaching out to somebody, exercising. That's a really big one. Going out in nature. You know yourself. You know your hacks. You know your tips. But I love you guys, and I'm so grateful to have this channel to be able to express my magic and to bring a gift to people who may need to hear some guidance or some advice. And so I feel like there's just one more card. I do. I feel like there's one more card. Holy Spirit, Divine Angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel. Okay, this card did not want to go in. Okay, and here it is, the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so once again, Pentacles, we're talking about money here. This guy is watering his fruits. He's watering his plants here, his money plants. So it's like taking care of what you have for the time that you do have it, growing it, steadily watching it. I just am getting the guidebook because I want to give you guys more specific messages. I've been talking about the love, all that stuff. So the guidebook says skill, talent, craftsmanship, quality, high standards, expertise, mastery, commitment, dedication, accomplishments. The Eight of Pentacles represents mastery, learning new skills, and honing a craft. This card encourages the asker to further their education or skills in their industry, or to immerse themselves in their craft. The Eight of Pentacles reminds the asker that they are more than capable of building a career that is both emotionally and financially satisfying. This card is a positive sign to follow through with their goals. Okay, so I'm going to put a pin on that, what I just read. I'll read you the love meaning. Achieved relationship goal, cultivating relationship. Upright career meaning is dedication, promotion, developing skills, showing talent. Upright finances meaning financial rewards, becoming financially independent. Wow. So that was very complete, I believe, between justice, out with the old, in with the new. We'll take everything that we earned, that we got, and move on. The Page of Wands, having big ideas, big goals, time to start something new, aspirations, energy, cheerfulness, extrovertedness, and fearlessness, taking charge. Taking charge. And then the other two, the Magician and the Empress, which I put back in the deck. The Magician and the Empress, using your magic, harnessing it, owning it. We all have magic, but it's like my story about finding the money, about getting the gas, about all that type of stuff. I've been owning my magic. I've been speaking with my angels more frequently and consistently. Take charge, take hold, believe in yourself. Ask for evidence. Ask times 3, and you will see, my darling. And then the Eight of Pentacles. Your talent is showing. I see your talents. Okay? Your talents are showing. You're taking care of it. You have craftsmanship. You have high standards. You're financially independent and stable. And it's just a beautiful thing. So that's my reading for you guys. That's my miracle stories that I wanted to share with you all. I pray that, okay, I'm getting ADD because I want to get on this brew. Okay, it's my cinnamon brew. Random. But I pray for everybody that not only do you know that you're divinely protected, but you feel that you're divinely protected. You can feel the love that's coming from my heart unto your heart. pouring forth unto this entire planet because we are one. I pray that you see success in the areas that you're wishing to see success. That it go from beyond a wish into a tangible plan, into a reality that starts to form around you, into an Eight of Pentacles moment where you're honing your craft, you're seeing the fruits of your labor, and you're loving the results. All right, guys, I feel like I have so much more to say, but I don't like doing super duper long videos. So with that, I'm Ariana. Thank you for watching. I will be doing more readings for you guys probably later on in the week. We are getting close to Halloween. So if you celebrate that, happy Halloween. If you celebrate Diwali, happy Diwali. It's Diwali time. If you celebrate Samhain, well then, love to you and your ancestors as well. All right, you guys. Peace and blessings until the next one. Bye.